I want to talk for a minute about a very basic but very, very important developer tool that your developer team should be using for maximum productivity. You're spending all this money on engineering, all this money developing, and it could be that you're overspending if your developers are using the wrong tools or they're not as productive as they could be. You're spending thousands, tens of thousands. I've seen actually millions of dollars wasted on poor developer productivity. So it's a huge deal. It's a huge deal to get things done, to incentivize your team to get things done, and to make sure that you can have sort of a philosophy throughout your organization that you are forward thinking, that you want to use the latest tools to help productivity. So one such tool, it's a very easy one to use. It's called the debugger in Chrome. And Chrome is my favorite browser for development. I try not to get too fancy. There are always new things to try, and that's great. But there's a difference, I think, between tools that promise productivity gains and tools that are speculative in the productivity department. So you don't want to spend a lot of time speculating on whether something will increase productivity or not. You want to be pretty sure that it's going to, and this is one such tool that is really great for productivity. The Chrome debugger is something that you can get here under More Tools in Chrome, and here's the developer tools. It ships with it. Safari's got one too, but I like this one better. And what you can do, there are a couple things that you can do with this Chrome debugger. Number one, you can select elements, and it will show you the HTML for these elements. And while you're looking at these elements, you can decide that you would like to perhaps change a style of some element. So we can add a border here. Border 10px solid red. I'm just going to do that so that you can see that it adds it in real time. So this is a great way to say, oh yeah, all right, that's what I wanted. So what is that? That's the crop it preview, crop it image loaded. So let me go in here, and I see crop it preview, but I don't see crop it image loaded. So in that case, I will take this CSS class structure and I'll paste it in here just like this, right? And I'll take this right here and I'll paste it in there, and now we have the effect that we're looking for. If I reload the bottom frame, you'll see that it reloads as red. There we go, little tiny typo. So this is the Chrome debugger. There's a console here that will tell you any JavaScript errors that are going on. You can even take a look at what things would look like in your iPhone 6 mobile view. You can rotate. This is not a great website for proving this out, because this website is for big time editing. But if you, say, went into the full page view of something, maybe you could see then on the iPhone what it would look like. Or you could go down to the iPhone 5 and check it out on the iPhone 5, and you'll notice that it's a little bit squished on the iPhone 5, right? So these are things that your developers can be aware of. It's a really cheap tool. It's an easy way to just experiment with what your web page is going to look like on different devices, a way to experiment with some live styling, and a way to detect JavaScript errors and even step through the JavaScript code and debug it. So you want to make sure that your development team is aware of these types of tools, and particularly this one, because I see a lot of developers who just simply haven't had the experience of using something like this yet, and they're trying all kinds of things to trap debugging output and see intermediate values to figure out where things are going wrong. And this makes it so much easier. It's a free tool. It's lightweight. It's already built into Chrome. You don't have to install anything separate. It's a really great addition to your development tool stack.